Good morning. Welcome to what are we going to call this? An early Sunday service. Well, welcome to a Sunday edition of Cupful. I'm your hostess, Felicia. It is good to see you. It is good to be seen. Yeah, I greased my face up like I was sending my child to kindergarten. But I had to come on here to say hello, good morning, and just to see if I can describe how I've been feeling. Do you remember when you were in elementary school and you knew you were going on a field trip? And you laid your clothes out and you was ready to go and you went to bed early because you knew the next day was not going to be regular. And you just knew you was gonna get your lunch bag or you was gonna pack your lunch the night before. And you were just excited, the excitement. That's how I feel. I have an anticipation, an excitement for what God is doing. It's just awesome. I can't even explain it. I just have to walk it out, keep myself humble, keep myself prayerful, so I can stay in the vein in order to see it to completion. And God is going to ensure that. Okay. So what I have for us is this. Last night or early this morning, some point, I was reading Matthew, the 13th chapter, 13:53 through 58. And y'all know I'm reading from the NIV. And it says, when Jesus had finished these parables, he moved on from there. Coming to his hometown, he began teaching the people in their synagogue, and they were amazed. Where did this man get this wisdom and these miraculous powers? They asked. Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't his mother's name Mary? Aren't his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? Basically, they were wondering, okay, we know his people. Why is he not regular? Aren't all his sisters with us? Where then did this man get all these things? And they took offense at him. People are going to assume, y'all. We already know this. People are going to assume things because they know you. They know your lineage. They know your people. And because they feel they know your people, they should know you, and certain things you shouldn't say, certain things you shouldn't be able to do. Or they may feel that you should stay in certain perimeters of life. But Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honor except in his own town and in his own home. 58 is what I want to get to. And he did not do many miracles there because of their lack of faith. I want to say something. You can have something inside of you, but God won't release you in certain places because people will assume they already know you. You may feel I have something, but God has a place for that to be used. So hold on and let's get ready for what God is getting ready to do. Okay? And 58 says, and he did not do many miracles there because of their lack of faith. When it says many miracles, it shows me that God did work some miracles. But it also, looking into that verse, I feel as though God wanted to do more, but because they couldn't or wouldn't believe it, he just stayed his hand. Basically, if this is all you can believe, this is all I'm going to do. I have come to a point And I'm sharing this to hopefully that someone else will get to this point, or maybe at this point, where I have opened myself up to God in a way that I have not before. And I want God to be able to perform the miracles for me and through me that He desires. I don't want to be in a position where I can only believe to hear. So this is all God is going to do, and He has so much more. On this Sunday, I want us to believe God for more. I want us to push into that unknown that we don't see, but we feel, and allow God to take us there. Yeah, and in this season, I've said to God, it's all or nothing. I told you all before, I've given so much and done so much for the flesh and for man. And at this point, I have to do that same thing and more for God. And that's where I am. What I wrote was either we need to step back, move out the way, we need to step up, or we need to step aside. But we need to elevate our faith and watch God move. That's what I have for us on this Sunday. Don't let our lack of faith, we may not even know it's a lack of faith, but don't let what we've seen and what we believe be the cap that we put on God. The word tells us that He can do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask, think, dream, or imagine. And that is where I am. And I want us to get there. Side note, I have been feeling a nagging or tugging in my spirit since about October. And decisions had to be made. And so I say that to say this. When you step into the vein and God starts to do a quick work, it'll make you nervous. It'll make you be like, okay, wait. Let me go in prayer. Let me make sure that I'm not in my flesh. And make sure I'm in the vein of the Spirit. Because sometimes we can move and people are connected to us, and we are not the only people affected. That's why it's good to pray to make sure that it's God really leading us. Check with the people who will be affected by your decision. And I believe that God will give you that release when, okay, I know this. God knows what it takes for you in order to feel that release, in order to move freely in His will. Because God isn't a God of order. Okay? Yes, He is. And that's what I have for you on today. I'm going to read Matthew 13:58 again. And He did not do many miracles there because of their lack of faith. Don't let your faith be limited because of what you've seen and what you know. And because it hasn't happened to you, you can't take your mind there. I get it, but it's time to expand. It's time to expand and give our lives to God, completely, and surrender all, because He has some amazing things in store. We don't know it all, but as we go, God will lead us. Look, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. And what God is doing is quick. He's moving quickly. And so I urge you to jump in. If you're unsure, I know what to say, tap in. If you're unsure, continue to pray. If you have questions, I'm going to say this because I had to do it. Don't ask too many people. Because if you're already unsure, asking too many people will cause you to fall back and not move. But pray and seek God's counsel before you make any decisions. And let's make sure that we're on the road, the right track. God will give confirmation. Okay, y'all, that's all I have for right now. No, yeah, that's all I got for right now. Look, know that I love you, but God sure enough loves you more. Until next time, do something nice for someone else. I promise it will come back to you. And you know who I am? I'm your hostess, Felicia. This has been a early Sunday service episode of Cupful. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you on the other side. And cheers to the new journey. I'm out. Peace.